Hi there, welcome back to Arcobee. I'm Oz, founder and CEO. Today we'll cover how we saw the architecture and construction and project management world evolve in 2021. Working for 3 years as an owner's representative on large New York City architecture and construction projects taught me many new lessons about the industry last year, particularly actually the last 2 years' transformation. Since 2020 and continuing into 2021, we've seen the industry change and evolve month by month. Initially, construction and crews were limited by COVID protocols and work restrictions, which emerge again now from time to time, such as in December 2021 and January 2022 in New York City. However, the biggest stories of 2021 were threefold. First, a fast restart and boom in the real estate leasing to take advantage of the market, and second, a surging late-year inflation combined with the third factor, supply chain delays, which rippled through every corner of the industry. As we turn the year to 2022, we're also witnessing a massive surge in new construction, renovations, and retrofits of all sizes, creating an interesting situation for the next year with supply chain delays and inflation to continue and worsen. I expect the surge in new construction to continue, especially if businesses continue to have access to cheap credit and excellent deals on leasing and real estate. At the same time, supply chain problems and rising inflation will continue to raise the cost of construction projects and lengthen the projects over time. In the long term, we live in times of rising inflation, an ongoing and worsening supply chain crisis, and potentially stagnating real estate and property prices, plus rising interest rates. These factors combined means owners and managers face unique challenges and opportunities for projects in 2022, and thus will need to be extremely cautious about managing our costs and financial projects performance on our projects and properties as we move into this year. Let's cover each of these one at a time so we can go over it in more detail. Number 1, rising inflation. In 2021, I witnessed massive cost increases in some projects, especially as the year came to a close. In the final 3 months of 2021, we witnessed up to 5 to 7% cost increases per month for products such as furniture, floor and wall tile from abroad, lighting and lighting control systems, and more. Inflation began in earnest in late summer 2021 and is expected to continue. The effect of inflation translates to both rising costs for construction plus additional costs for supply chain delays with shipping cost increases, which are also affected by rising inflation. Ironically, it has become more important than ever to invest in capital projects quickly and expeditiously before inflation becomes even further problematic. Decisions on projects must be made quickly and to ensure that orders are placed before price increases take effect. Owners and managers should also be sure to press vendors for information on any upcoming price increases and for maintenance to lock in contracts at preferred rates right now. The number 2 issue that's emerging this year is supply chain. One of 2021's great stories was slow and ongoing supply chain issues that were rippling through the economy, causing shortages everywhere. The ultimate effect of the supply chain is twofold for construction projects. One is unreliability in shipping assessments, and 2 is longer construction costs. Both have the effect of raising the costs of our projects due to the longer time required and also the difficulty in procuring components for our projects. I believe this pattern will continue in 2022, either remaining static or worsening in the early part of the year. I expect it may be until 2023 when this situation fully stabilizes itself. The most impacted trade in my experience has been with appliances, specifically with Sub-Zero refrigerators. These high-quality products have also reached lead times sometimes in excess of 1 year, which meaning that they must be specified and designed for well in advance. Also impacted is AV, IT, and other specific construction materials. It makes it more a catalyst to take course now. If you have supply chain disruptions, you should have a cushion and a margin of error. Now you have much less than you used to have before. The number 3 major issue is stagnating real estate and property prices. For most of late 2020 through early 2021, the real estate market was on fire outside of major metropolitan areas, specifically for residential. This, plus the hiatus in commercial leasing operations in 2020, created a boom in several states, explosive population growth. By early 2021, this pattern has shifted once again, with metropolitan areas reabsorbing new residents and businesses seeking to take advantage of a flurry of office space available. In New York City, for instance, many businesses have taken advantage of favorable long-term lease rates to secure new space in new buildings or expand their existing offices. And the residential market has also returned to blowout last decade highs. This pattern has left an influx of new construction in mid to late 2021 that continues into 2022. However, a broader worry is that this pattern might conclude with stagnating real estate and property prices as demand is expected to slow in 2022. Just like with supply chain, the trends in real estate and leasing will be closely following in early 2022. Finally, the fourth major issue is rising interest rates. Rising interest rates go hand in hand with inflation rocking the industry, and at the beginning of 2022, the Fed has called for 3 interest rate increases starting in 2022. While the exact periods have not yet been established in monetary policy, the broad spectrum effect is expected to slow economic growth and recovery. We can expect that new construction may slow down as interest rates rise, so we're likely to see a slowdown in new projects in late 2022. Meanwhile, as interest rates currently remain low, there continues to be key demand in sourcing new construction and new projects under favorable terms. We'll also be sure to watch these closely in 2022. So, now with these 4 things in mind, let's talk about what we anticipate as we start 2022 and how we can best manage the circumstances on our project and properties as owners. First, the negative factors on the bad news. All in all, we face some serious challenges on our projects this year, and as we move into later into 2022 and 2023. All of the key metrics indicate that both businesses and individuals are facing decreased margins on our projects. No longer can we count on the same expectations of pricing and performance that defined our projects in the years prior to 2019. Instead, we're entering a time of rising inflation, lengthening supply chains, and increasing demand all at the same time. With favorable real estate and low interest rates, demand remains high for new construction, keeping vendors busier than ever, and most suppliers struggling to maintain capacity for the number of projects that they have. This is also contributing to the supply chain and inflation problem, which will continue as long as demand stays high. This means that all projects at the moment will take longer to complete with more expensive materials, both factors which translate to more expensive construction and real estate projects in 2022. All factors translate to decreased margins on our projects, meaning more expensive and longer construction and more margin for error. Now fear not though, because there are some positive factors, as 2021 and 2022 also reveal many new opportunities, and that brings us to the good side of this picture. More than ever, we're seeing once in a decade leasing deals and real estate opportunities that are popping up at various times. Be sure to look out for these, as there's no better time than now to engage in a new renovation or a new build, while prices precede further inflation and translate to the hard assets you'll be procuring. Furthermore, owner-managers can secure better long-term deals on maintenance contracts as well. 2021 has also unveiled the raw importance of having owner-managers deeply involved in understanding the nature of the business, whether pursuing a new build, a renovation retrofit, or maintenance of an existing property. Look out for the opportunity to take our courses on professional, project, and financial management for your properties. At Arcobee, we work hand in hand with local partners to ensure you have the right, trusted project management and owner's representative resources to ensure everything goes smoothly, on time, and on budget from beginning to end. As we launch our Reach tools and programs, look out for more information on our partnerships and how we can help you build your projects.